Hi everyone, and just back with a couple of announcements and a new video. Thought I'd just play a bit of Blitz, chill out, as it's a Saturday, the weekend, get that Saturday feeling going, whatever that means. It's always a Saturday for me. But first of all, before I play some Blitz, I thought you might be interested in some things that I'm doing and GingerGM's doing over the weekend. So let me just bring up some announcements for you, and hopefully they don't bore the hell out of you. We're actually going to be offering discount 50% off for a period of about 24 hours, starting at 5 p.m. GMT today. So over the weekend. And the reason I'm doing this, there probably won't be any more discounts for quite a long time coming now. It's just, it is January. I know that everyone's trying to lose a bit of weight, cutting stuff from their diets, and I thought, well, why don't we just cut some price from our products just to get into the January feeling? So we're going to be offering 50% off the collection, so you can get the whole GingerGM collection for £44, and that's over 100 hours of video footage. And I know a lot of you bought it before, but for those of you who didn't, you've got a second chance now. I'm also doing a webinar today, and there is a link there. If you can't get that link down in time, or if you're late, it's basically going to be for the iChess YouTube channel. So you can tune in there at 5 p.m. today. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing another stream from 7 till 9 p.m. GMT. So you can work out the times. You've got Google. You can work out what times these are in your own countries. And tomorrow, what's the stream going to be about? Well, I'm going to do a bit more of an educational one, and it's only 2 hours. It's going to be about the highlights and the best games, best moves of 2016, maybe some of the low moments as well. And it should be a fun stream. I've got quite a lot to prepare for that. Something a bit more serious. Hopefully you guys will learn something in a fun manner. So those are the things going on. So from 5 p.m. today, 50% off collections. I should also say not just the GingerGM collections, but we also sell the iChess collections, and you can get your money off there as well for the iChess bundles at the same time, 50% off them. So it's quite a nice offer. Right, well, I don't want to bore the hell out of you too much, and I have put a little note below that if you want to go straight to the chess, I'm searching for a game now, so hopefully we'll get someone to take us up. Obviously, I do have to try and sell some stuff now and again, because it's what keeps me going in doing these videos. If I can't make any money, it's blooming hard to make any videos. So that's why I've got to plug my wares occasionally. And I think, you know, nearly everyone who's got the stuff that I've been selling have good things to say about it, really. You can check out the reviews on my Facebook page for that, and you know, if you're not happy, we give you a bloody full discount. How about that, eh? Because I know you'll be happy. I know you'll be ecstatic. Right, well, it's quite funny I've got this opening, because this opening here is, I've just done a video on the London system, and this, I think, precise position was one of the positions that I concentrated on in that video. And I'm just trying to think if I've done the right move order here. Maybe bishop h6 wasn't necessarily correct, but this type of position I enjoy a lot, and I've had this kind of thing now in a number of games. I think white gets a very good position from this. My opponent, an Indian Grandmaster, Vishnu Prasanna, and this type of position I've now had about half a dozen times. And what I'm trying to do, basically, through, you know, the London system, the more blitz games I'm playing, the more I'm trying to learn about this opening. And you can see here that I've even had this kind of thing on numerous occasions, this kind of position. And I really like my position, because my king, if you look at my king, is super solid, whilst my opponent's king is a target to attack after this f5 move. And I'm going to try to just come down on g6. So it's funny, I've had this all before. And this is the way that you guys have got to learn your openings as well. I'm giving you little testers. Go and try them out and try to improve on each game you have. So my opponent now pretty much forced to sacrifice a pawn, because his position was looking, should we say, pretty terrible. So he's gone a pawn down. He's moving very quickly. Not always sure that's a great idea. Now, if I go here, you can go queen here. You can swap queens off. And I'm obviously not concerned about that, but I want to keep the queens on the board because of the king's safety. And it strikes me that, okay, he's gone over here. Again, I'm not sure what that's achieving there. If I go here, has he got some tactic with knight takes here? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I could be wrong, but no. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that because he's going to take this one. Okay, well, he's moving very quickly, but again, I'm not convinced by my opponent's moves. I mean, he seems to be moving quickly, but surely his king is a major issue. And, well, I mean, that in my eyes, unless I'm missing something, is just resigns. Yeah, okay. So again, that was quite a nicely, should I blow my own bloody trumpet game, but again, that just shows you how preparation and how you can use blitz games to improve your openings. And like I said, that kind of stuff we had there in that game, the London system. Check out my video if you want something a bit educational, and I go through all the pros and cons of that setup in that video, and it worked out perfectly there against a Grandmaster. Now, this is a really weird idea. I go check and I bring my bishop back. You might be thinking, what the hell? Have I been drinking already? No, I haven't. The reason is my bishop is best placed on this square. I don't want it hanging out over here on b4 because it will get trapped after this move d6. And now I transpose to a hippopotamus setup. But the check here is misplaced my opponent's king somewhat. And later on, of course, I'm going to try to take advantage of the king. And now that he's gone h4, I don't believe h4 is a particularly brilliant move. He's given me some targets to attack. I don't know if I should have castled so quickly there. I mean, f5 is a move I want to play. I've also got c5. f5 I like because I want to open up this bishop. I'm a bit worried about opening up this file at the same time. So I'm going to stick with c5 now. This looks like a very natural move. If he moves the d-pawn, at least I gain control of e5. Now, I'm going to take here with a pawn. I could have closed things up, which would have been a more restrained way of playing, but I want to keep more tactical possibilities here. So I'm just going to keep my pieces in what seems to me very decent squares, bit of pressure against here. Now, I was always a bit worried about this h5 move coming. Of course, Harry coming at the right time, because if I go g5, he might go knight takes g5. We know this guy's just very, very quick, so I might have to let him take here, which is a little bit... Well, that's a little bit uncomfortable, isn't it, actually? Bloody using Harry against me. Shouldn't be allowed. Can I get a counter-strike going? Well, my king is going to become very weak. I might have to play this move, which is a very ugly move to play. And try and get some stuff going here. Not so happy with the way this is going. I need to get some tactic with like c4 going. And like I've said many times before, my opponent is very quick. Queen d7 runs into that. I need to get tactic going on this square. Do I have to go here just to give my knight extra protection? Well, I've got to move with speed now, because the one thing my opponent is showing is quick speed of moves. And my position I don't think is bad at all, but my time is pretty atrocious here. Now, I really want to get some tactic going on this square. Now, if a4, can I go b5? Not quite yet. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to wait and see what he's doing. I'm preparing to move b5. If he doesn't do anything, I will get b5 in at a certain point, and it will be quite powerful. So I'm just preparing this b5 break. Takes. Maybe I can go b5 next move. My opponent playing some rather peculiar... Okay, I think it's time to play this. So better or worse, I need to do some break and try to get some counterplay going here in the center of the board. So this is not what I wanted. That's just a blunder by me, wasn't it? Yeah, basically just a blunder. Okay, that was bad. This is not the best game. So not the best game because I've just given away this knight here, and there's no way to take advantage of this really. So barring some disaster, this is his game. I mean, if I get my rook to b3, if I get my rook down to b3, there's still a glimmer of hope, but I can't see how I'm ever going to get that one in to be honest. I need to get my rook here, so I need to make sure... Oh, I could have gone rook b3 then. Why did I do it then? That was ridiculous. That was my one chance. Well, he had bishop there. And now he's relying on some tactics to see him through. And the tactics look like they're going to work. Okay, that went wrong. Can't win them all. So we'll go back. And if he wants to play another one. And I'm just going to try to wheel out the same stuff I did before, because it worked so fantastically well in the last game. So my opponent is swapping up openings. I'm going to do the same. In my next game, I'm not going to play the hedgehog against this guy. I will instead, I'm thinking about the next game already. Not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm already thinking, well, I'm going to go for a Dutch defence, which I'll be much more comfortable in. Against a player like this who's so quick, I think he's not going to play the best moves. He's going for time wins a lot. Already this opening he's played should give me a nice stable advantage, because it's very hard for him to break. Now he's going to go with a b5 idea, a6 b5. Hence why I'm sending my knight around to c4, because if it can get to c4, and I'm getting ready for f4, if my knight gets to c4, and this move is very, again, double-edged of him, because it certainly weakens his king as well. And is this bishop? I don't need that bishop, so let's take it. And now I get the kind of position I was aiming for. This is the thing I wanted. My knight on c4, controlling b6, and I should be doing well here. Now, even knight e2 is a positionally attractive idea, because one of the advantages with this position, rather than having a pawn on c4, and you often get the positions with a pawn on c4, is I can play c3. And c3 kills his knight can't come in, his bishop can't come in. So again, very promising position for me here. Let's think about my problem pieces. This knight, not so good. Now, if he takes... Where do I want to send this knight? Again, I've got to manoeuvre to the best possible squares. I could just put my knight on d5 now, but then this one's weak. This knight, this is my only problem piece, so I don't want to move it randomly around, but I'm going to send it eventually. I'm just trying to think, again, about the future of this piece. I'm going to send it, don't know if it's good or bad, to f2. This is where it's heading, to at least pressurize this and try to come into e6 in the long run, but it is a slow plan. So he could have taken that pawn there. I don't know why he didn't take that pawn. Probably because he's playing too quickly. But okay, and he's gone all the way back. That's very peculiar. And why didn't he come to c2 then? He should have come into c2. I mean, the moves he's playing just strike me as being very dubious, because I've got my whole plan in and he's done nothing at all to stop it. So again, this demonstrates that his fast moves. Okay, he's going for a time win. So this is now, I've got a nice safe pawn. Let's just get my pieces to good squares and move quickly. Move quickly. This is the only way I'm going to lose this game is a blunder or something disastrous happening on the clock. So, okay, bishop here. What's he trying to do? He's trying to get some tactics going with this one. Not too concerned about that, am I? If I take... Well, I think I'll keep my bishop around. Okay, pieces on the best squares. Let's just do that. Pieces. Okay, what's he doing? You see, he's doing nothing. Backwards and forwards. Completely strange ideas. You can't play chess like this. Okay. And I'm still not coming up with the best plan, though, am I? Clearly. We're both pushing pieces around rather willy-nilly here. I'm happy to exchange because I'm a pawn up. Any endings should be good for me. I could even flick in bishop h4 first there. That might be in a better way of doing it. But clearly, again, this is a fantastic position. Let's just not lose on time. Let's just not lose on time. And desperate move there, weakening his king as well. Let's not lose on time. If I don't lose on time, this pawn is going to drop. But I don't need to rush taking it, do I? Maybe I'm just going to go here. Looks like a good square. Stopping h4. Again, don't need to particularly rush this position, but I do need to rush on time. Blooming heck. I thought I'd stop that move. Did I not? Again. Right. Okay. Just gonna... Oh, God. I thought that was a bloody tactic. Oh, like I said before, the only way I'm going to lose is by a blunder or something stupid. That was ridiculous. Stupid blunder. I can't take that as a Queen G2. Very, very frustrating, that one. After playing what should have been just a good game. And now, of course, I'm going to have to resign. Okay, well, fuck this guy. Excuse my French. If he wants to play a game, which he probably won't. Okay, I'm just going to play quick now. I'm going to play him his own game. Because he's not playing good moves. He's getting his dirty little tactics in. We're not going to allow this to happen. So let's just play quick. And we've got a French defence. This is not... Well, I mean, what the hell is that? Again, like I was saying, I mean, this guy... I mean, he can't... I mean, this is just not chess he's playing, is it? Really strange. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean... Is this theory? What is this? I don't know. I'm going to keep my bishop. Just seems strange the way he's playing this, but maybe it's okay. Right. I always find it quite frustrating losing to certain types of players. One of the types of players I find it frustrating losing to is the type of players where I feel he's playing better in this game, I have to say, give him credit. Even after my earlier... Like, what the hell's he doing? Moment. I find it frustrating losing to players who don't tend, in my eyes, to play the best moves. And in the previous games, even though I'm 2-1 down, it seems like I should really been doing well in all games. This one though is certainly not so clear because he has some aggressive intentions. C4 might have been a better move from him there. And it's quite hard to stop that move. And yeah, this is a very uncomfortable position for me. Very uncomfortable, actually. Okay. I can see my temper gradually losing my temper here. And don't like this position at all. Maybe it's opening, like I say. I mean, I was saying, what the hell is this earlier on? But in actual fact, it may have been okay. His little tactical idea. I don't know if it was lucky or brilliant play from him. Who knows? Now my position is really h4 with bishop here coming. Not fun. Okay. Let's see if I can trick this guy. He's tricked me in a couple of games, so let's do the same to him. Oh, flipping heck. As soon as I say that, I fall for a blunder. But my position wasn't good there. Okay. Let's keep going. Right. Vishnu, you're going down now with your dodgy play. He's got me angry now. He's got me angry. I've lost three games against this guy. And my rating's dropped below 2,500. So I'm just going to play in a different way. We've had the London system. The London system's worked well. Got some great positions from it. But I'm in aggressive mood now. So I'm just going to throw my bits and bobs at him. And when I mean my bits and bobs, Harry is coming. But I'm just going to win this pawn back first. And come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Move, baby. Move. No, I'm going to take with the pawn. If I take with the queen, queen takes here. I'd love to sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice like that. Actually, yeah, it's only a pawn. I'm not worried about a pawn. Because my pieces should come into play very quickly. I'm hoping here. Of course. Not so sure now. Knight takes here even. I was hoping I better get some action on the H-file, but I'm not convinced now. Queen here, rook d5 tactically is my idea. Is there any way out of this? Well, he sacked a piece here. And what's happening now? Is there any way I can... Well, f4 looks correct. He has to go f6. Then I take on g6. He takes here. And that's a bit annoying for me. f6. I don't know why he's thinking there. Other options. Well, I have to take here anyway. I don't see anything else I can do. And this was the problem. Because kind of position I want to go rook takes, but then he takes here. Whose king is weaker? I'm doing this to close down. Oh no, he's got check here. I go here. He's got check, king here. That looks suspect as well. So I'm gonna have to take the pawn on this square. And again, he seems to have fought his way to a good position here. And my king is now the weak king, as you can see. So I'm playing very carefully here in this position to avoid, well, I'm trying to avoid nasty things happening to me, but they seem to be happening anyway. With this check coming here. I'm going to get this guy. Might not be this game. I've gone 4-1 down if I lose this game. That's not cool. Not cool at all. After that first win, things have slipped a little bit. So let's keep trying. And this position is pretty horrible. I mean, just look at my king. I'm desperately trying to create something, but I feel that my king is just in a lot of trouble here, because he is the one attacking me first. So I have to try and go for exchange of queens. And my one aim, of course, is to get this knight f7 check in. If I get knight f7 check in, things are okay. Should be okay. But how many pawns am I down? Bloody lot. And he's just played a very good move there, forcing an ending where I'm struggling, clearly struggling. Because again, he's got 3 connected pass pawns over here. He's put my king on this pin, so he's starting to play a lot better now, which I'm going to have to do if he wants to play another game after this one. I don't want to finish after losing so many, but maybe he won't, because you can see if he wins this one, he goes over 2,500. Oh fucking hell! God, what's wrong with me? Any tactics here? Ah, oh, so crap. Any tactics here involving my queen? No. No, there's no point there. Okay. And maybe that's the last he wants to play. We'll see. Oh, dear. That was a bit of a beating I got. Right, he wants to play again. Okay. So we are going to go for a different type of opening. Let's go King's Indian Defence. If I lose another game, that's me done. And we can put it down to a bad day at the office. So if I lose one more game, we all have these days at the offices. Okay. My theory, my knowledge of theory in the King's Indian Defence, honestly is pretty terrible, because it's not an opening I tend to play. I don't really study this opening a lot, the King's Indian Defence. But I do know about the ideas reasonably well. I mean, a good friend of mine, Mark Hedman, plays this opening on numerous occasions, most of the time, and I've learned a lot from his games. So I'm just trying to remember what I learned here. So he wants to take here. This is I don't know if this is all theory or what. My bishop's going to be very bad on that square, and I don't want to allow it to go to h8 because it may never get out again. I don't know. This way it's more risky because, of course, I open up the h file to him, but it does give my pieces better potential. If I can at some point get my bits to where they want to go. And this is, of course, a lovely square for my knight. This position should be great for me, I think. Looks exactly what you want when you play the King's Indian Defence. Everything motoring up the board. And now my bishop seems to have found a good square. And push him back, but we know how tricky this guy can be. And he's now trying to get rid of my good knight there. Taking there, greedy. If I can do it, I will. Should we just take it? This is so greedy playing like this. It's not normally me. I'm not going to take the second one. I'll keep an eye on his knight instead. I'm worried about some b3 move here. Okay, now I've got this one. Very complex position. I'm just trying to trap his knight here. He should have gone b3 last move. Maybe he should still go b3. I'm trying to get his bishop into this square. So he's played it now, but this is not as scary as it was before. It shouldn't be. Now I can take here, takes, and things get very tactical. But I do pick up some material here. If he takes here, queen here, bishop d5 is annoying. Okay, we have to go for it with queen c3 check. Bishop d5, queen c3 check. I take the rook at the end. Should still be okay for me. It's equal pawns at the moment. He hasn't proved anything on the h file. But I do have quite a lot of pieces hanging here. Okay, so he's gone for this one. Now I think I have to go for this check. Not much choice here. And what's happening here? If I take here, bishop here, it's fine. Okay, we've got to take here. Now, again, my position feels like it should be good. Do I push this one back or give him a check? Let's give him a check. Try to get my two bishops working. Let's try to get my two bishops working. So in order to get them working, I want to take his pawns off. Okay, he stopped that one. Frustrating me. He's frustrating my plans. Now he's going for the exchange here, which I don't really want to allow. I want to keep my two... Oh, I've got to allow it because he takes here otherwise. Okay, let's rush the king in. Time, awful as well. Forcing my bishop to move, but... Or I have to move it. It's not what I wanted. Ah. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Fucking time as well. So frustrating. So frustrating the way I'm playing at the moment. Time is one of the key things here. That is really doing me in. Ah! Unbelievable. What a bad run this is. I was playing really well earlier today. As soon as I start filming, can't see anything at all. I'm blind, and now he doesn't want to play again. Ah, that's pissed me off. Pissed me off. Okay, well, there you go. There you see me get crushed with not very good play there. I don't know what was going on. I mean, the first game started well, and then after that, it was just terrible. Things not clicking. Occasionally it happens. It's been happening quite a lot to me recently, unfortunately. All right, well, look, I never like finishing on a bad run like that, but as soon as I lose one more game, I've said this so many times, that's it, that's me certainly done. Let's see if I can get, that guy was proven to be a very tricky opponent to me, wasn't he? And he really shouldn't have been because of some of the positions I'm getting. I'll play again till I lose a game, just see if somehow things get better now, if I can make some kind of recovery after that pretty abysmal session, actually. And I'm sure we've all felt the pain there. I mean, at the moment, I just want to stabilise my rating over 2,500 would be a nice way to start. If I can just get my rating back over 2,500, and then I'll think about moving up to trying to get up to 2,600 again. I think we probably need to walk before we can run. Okay, right. Opponent played this interesting idea of h5. Okay, what's happening if he takes here? I wasn't really paying as much attention. I should have here. Takes, and he takes my queen, which is a bit slack of me there. I shouldn't have done that. Probably still reeling a bit from the last games there. Luckily, I have a pawn on h3, so knight g4 is not as scary as it could have been. And I could have moved my knight to that square, but it's kind of a bit of a negative move. So I'm just going to go here with knight g6 on my mind. And trying to get some wins on the board to get over that bloody last loss I had. Annoying. And I'm going to have to censor it again with my bad language this video. How many videos am I censoring recently? Too many. Do remember, guys, if you want to see a webinar by me, I'll give you the dates at the end of this again. The times, 5 PM today. I'll be doing a webinar. And also, I'm speaking very slowly because I'm trying to calculate. I'm doing a stream tomorrow. And yeah, that is at the times I gave you earlier. What's happening here? Okay, well, interesting. I've opened the H file, but got a lot of pieces pointing at his king as well. Hopefully something will land. Now, sort of rook takes rook would be a bit of an annoying move for me to deal with because it tries to move this rook away from the open line. Maybe I'll take with the knight if he goes rook takes rook, something like that. At least this guy's not blitzing out his moves. There I was with that last opponent. I feel a bit bad now. So I was saying how badly he was playing, and the guy crushed me. I'm still not sure about that last guy. I'm still not sure how strong he was. I mean, was he really that strong? My last opponent I played, or was I just falling for tricks? I don't know. Something about his style was a bit off-putting there, which I personally found very hard to deal with. Okay, so where are we? Okay, my opponent has won a pawn. I was hoping my attack would be sufficiently dangerous, but that's a good move. His last move there. It's now he may have kept his one pawn ahead. I don't really want to go into any ending, do I? I don't know if I have much choice, because in this type of ending, well, it looks pretty ugly for me. Pretty ugly position. Okay. I don't want his knight coming to this square, but this is an ugly ending. Just being a pawn down. I'm gonna have to aim to use my majority of pawns, which, as you can see, is on the queen side. Hence why I'm just throwing my queen side pawns up the board. Now his rook can come down here. I mean, this position is very annoying because it's really hard for me to get active because his pawn formation here is so solid. It's such a solid unit that my rook can't really get any targets. I mean, I'd love to. My one idea creating counterplay in this position. Well, I've got to try to now win a7. If I'd exchange on b6, things would have been trickier. Now this way, my one hope is to try to get my rook around to attack a7. So in order to do that, I obviously need to get it to the correct squares. But even when I get it there, I'm not sure how I'm going to progress after that. So we might have to defend a little bit first. Because if I get my rook to a8, I'm not sure where it's going to go after that. Like maybe b7's the right square for my rook. Especially if his king starts to wander this way. Then my rook on b7 is where it wants to go. Okay, but time. Critical. There's my pawn majority. This is not so bad, this position for me, you know. It's certainly not as bad as it was before. Not as bad as it was before at all. My c-pawn is incredibly dangerous here. Incredibly dangerous. Of course, maybe this is even like, maybe this is like close to winning for me even. In an untimed scramble. Ah, no. Well, not now because he takes. probably going to get me on time here. Even though the position is, of course, a dead draw, because there's no way you can make any progress here. But sometimes that means nothing because of the time situation. Fuck it. Ugh. Okay, well, actually, I don't know why I'm rematching this guy. I think I've got to admit defeat when I've had it, and of course, I would probably, if I was in his shoes, would I give him a draw? Probably. I did that earlier, actually, but you know, if people are going to be bloody dirty like that, so be it. If that's the only way they can win rating points, then. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to forget about that blitz session. It wasn't one of my best ones. Some interesting games there, but to remind you, this is what's happening. So at 5 PM today, if you go to that address there, or the iChess thing, I'll be doing a webinar there, so check it out. Tomorrow I'll be doing a stream, and there's 50% off the collection from the shop at basically until 9 PM GMT tomorrow. So if you want to get the full GingerGM collection, if you want to support this channel, then that'd be a great way to support it, and hopefully you get something great in return. Thank you very much for watching that. I'm gonna go and crawl into a hole and cry for probably 10 minutes. I think I'll be over it in about 10 minutes. You've got to be tougher than that, and or maybe I'll just try to play more blitz without commentating. Might be the better way to do it. Cheers for now. I'll see you hopefully for the stream tomorrow, or for other things other times. Bye.